Welcome to my channel. Today we bring you a powerful story that will inspire and motivate you. Stay till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. The world had never been kind to him. Born in a small village where opportunities were scarce, he learned early that life was a battle. His father was a labourer, earning just enough to keep food on the table. His mother stitched clothes late into the night to add a few extra coins to their income. As a child, he watched other kids play, but he never had time for games. Every morning before school, he worked in the fields, his hands covered in dirt before they had even touched a book. He knew education was his only way out, but hunger and exhaustion made learning difficult. One day, his father fell sick. With no money for medicine, the burden of responsibility shifted onto his shoulders. At just 12 years old, he started working full-time at a construction site, carrying bricks heavier than his own strength. His dreams of education seemed to crumble under the weight of reality. Years passed, and the boy became a man, hardened by struggles. He watched his friends move ahead in life while he remained stuck, trapped by poverty. One night, after another long day of labour, he sat outside his small house, staring at the sky. He asked himself, "Is this my life? Will I always be just another nameless worker?" Something inside him refused to accept this fate. He decided to fight back, not against the world, but against his own excuses. If he couldn't go to school, he would teach himself. Every night, after long hours of labour, he sat under the dim streetlight with borrowed books. His hands, calloused from work, turned the pages slowly. He barely got any sleep, but his hunger for knowledge kept him awake. People laughed at him. "A poor labourer reading books? What a joke," they said. But he ignored them. He had made a promise to himself. He would not die poor. Determined to change his life, he worked even harder. He took night classes, using every spare minute to study. He applied for a scholarship exam, knowing it was his only chance. The day of the exam arrived. He entered the hall, surrounded by students from wealthy families. They had tutors, resources, and a comfortable life. He had none of that. But he had something more powerful. His struggles had taught him resilience. Weeks later, the results were announced. With shaking hands, he opened the letter. His heart stopped for a moment. He had passed. He had won a full scholarship. Tears filled his eyes as he ran home. His mother, now frail from years of struggle, held him close. "I told you, Ma," he whispered. "One day I will change everything." Years later, he stood on a grand stage, dressed in a suit, addressing an audience. He was no longer the poor labourer boy. He was now a successful businessman, an inspiration to millions. Looking at the crowd, he spoke. "They said I couldn't do it. They laughed at me, but I never stopped. If you have a dream, fight for it. No excuse is greater than your determination." As the audience rose in applause, he smiled. He had proven that life isn't about where you start, it's about where you refuse to stop. Excuses are easy, but success demands effort. No matter how hard life is, you always have a choice. Dreams don't work unless you do. Now ask yourself, are you making excuses or making progress? Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest stories. See you in the next video.